Smash the block.
The wheel of time turns, and ages come and pass, leaving memories that become legend. The power inside you. All over the world, there are different names for it. But it's one thing, one power, and women who can touch it. We protect the world.
No matter what happens, what pain we face, what heartbreak, the wheel keeps turning. The Dark One is coming for your friends.
The last battle is coming. The only thing that matters is what you do.
Whatever happens now, there's no turning back.
Hey, welcome back to The Wheel. I'm your host, Innkeeper, and this is the live talk show all about the wheel time. Yes, the music kept on playing. We're here to talk trailers, and for our trailer wish list for season 3. And I was like, hey, we have to watch all the trailers. As you saw there, it's almost, 4 years? I can't even tell a time now. 3 years since season 1 came out. It's November 19th, 2021. I don't even know anymore. But we're going to watch all the trailers that we've had. We've had technically 2 trailers and 1 teaser and a lot of behind the scenes stuff. But we'll watch those 3. And we'll actually talk about what we want to see for season 3. Do we want to see someone say the last battle is coming again? Do we want to see scenes that we don't actually see in the season? And other things like that. To talk to me at the internet, we have an Aiel, a Gleeman, and an avatar, a cartoon avatar. Welcome, a wisdom in an avatar. Let's just put it that way. Lezbi Nerdy, Melindhra, and Eilonwy. Welcome.
Like Aiel, a Gleeman, and a lesbian is what I was. That's what I thought you were gonna say.
I was like, what do I say?
That was what my brain was doing, and it was so
that
funny.
fits with Wheel of Time.
I was like, nerdy.
Yes, exactly.
I mean,
scholar.
a
We
scholar.
established
There you
this.
go. A scholar.
Right.
I mean, we're gonna. I mean, that's the question, I guess. What do you want to see? Do you want to see Aiel? Do you want to see Gleeman, or do you want to see
Lesbians. Sorry.
There you go.
I'm sorry. It's off the rails already. I'm so sorry.
Welcome. Hey,
¿Por qué no los dos?
it's fun time here at the end. We're back to Innkeeper, Hatch, and I. We were talking last night, and we're like, hey, let's start doing shows and start building hype, because I think you can start feeling it, right? I mean, we know this is less than a month away now. There is a panel with Rafe, Madeline, and Yosha at CCXP on December 7th, and we'll be live whenever this happens on December 7th, and we'll cover that. Interviews, whatever, cast announcements, first look, season 4 news. I don't know, whatever comes out of this, we'll cover it. But I was like, hey, let's do this where we actually talk about what we want to see in the trailer, the teaser, the first kind of thing that'll show up. So I asked everyone, hey, who do you want to see the most in the first season 3 teaser or trailer? And so I said Elaida, Magedian, New Forsaken, and Aiel Wise One. And let me go to you, Eilonwy. What did you choose there?
I didn't see the poll, so I haven't really voted.
There you
But
go.
I would say I'm really excited to see the Wise Ones
Okay. All right.
this season, and Dreaming and all that is connected. So that would
Okay.
be my vote.
Yes. That would be really cool. I think we have Rafe on record saying, I think it was at New York Comic Con last year, where he was like, hey, we're going to dig deep into Dreamwalking and that world and those people. And it's like, yes, you mean the Aiel Wise One, right? And no one asked him that, but I think that's what he meant. Mel, any doubt in what you chose here?
Actually, to be clear, my vision board for a trailer includes not seeing a Wise One, but hearing a Wise One. A Wise One as the narrator of the trailer.
Oh,
So
okay.
I don't think you need
I put that
to
too. It's
see
in
that.
my note.
Do you want me to dive into why that is, or should I hold that off?
I mean, we're here. Let's do it. So let's talk about Aiel, right? We've been promised Aiel. We've seen Aiel. We've seen 3 Aiel. No, 4. 4, right? We've seen a dead Aiel. We've seen a fighting maiden, pregnant badass Aiel. We've seen Avienda and 2 more maidens, and another dead Aiel.
And Rand.
Oh. Yes, we saw Red. Oh, that's good. Good.
Sure.
Yes. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. He's he's there too. It's funny. I see Miss Sarah James. Yes, I was going to the other dead Aiel. Yes, I was gonna get there. So we've seen them. We've been promised, that we'll see more of them, and Rafe has said we're going to go to Viridian. I mean, yes, the Shadow Rising. We're going to go to Viridian. I'm going to put this up. The show will contain spoilers. We'll talk about the Shadow Rising. We might get into maybe Fires of Heaven, but we'll try to keep it. If you're going to go much farther into the books, definitely let us know. So yeah, Mel, why don't you dig deep? Aiel. What do you want to actually see? Is this trailer heavy Aiel stuff?
So the trailers thus far have had this motif where they do a lot of flashing of a whole bunch of different scenes, very flickery. So what I want to happen as the framework for the trailer is Rand walking through the glass columns. He's taking steps, and as he takes steps, we see different scenes from the season.
Okay.
But an Aiel Wise One is the narrative is basically the Wise One telling him about how, in order to step into his future, he has to understand his past. Because Rafe has said that each season they pick a couple characters to be the focal points, and that this season is going to be a focal point season for Rand and for Perrin. So I think with Rand being kind of like the framework, we can then flash to all the other characters in this kind of like rapid, quick walking path through the glass columns as the that's what I want. That's what I want them to do.
Okay, all right. I'm going to end this poll. It seems like Aiel Wise One is the top of that, and Elaida is a close second. And the Forsaken, McGinnon and any other new Forsaken are not as high. So I guess the question that I was going to ask is, will we see Ruidian? And maybe we can classify this in a way. We'll say from far away. Okay, that's one. We'll see it, but it'll be like, the like buildings and the palaces, like, the kind of is it a mist or a cloud that's shrouding it, right? So we'll see that, or we'll see Rand walking in, or we actually see the glass columns. So we see them, like Mel is suggesting, or we won't see the Ruidian at all. Let's put that in there, right? Hey, this is how we do it. We'll always have like one or two people who are like, no, we don't want to see Ruidian, and it's fog from a distance. Yep, a city in the mist. Okay, yeah. What did I say? Clouds shrouding. I think I qualified that. Okay. But Jenny, yeah, like you want to see in depth, glass columns in the, like, you're gonna see like maybe the one of fandom's favorite part of these books in that first kind of teaser for season 3.
One of my big wishes for season 3 is to see some gorgeous, or for the trailer I should say, is to see gorgeous set pieces. And so I want to see Ruidian, but I want it like interspersed with like Tanchico and the tower and the waste, like the places where, and Two Rivers, like all of them, the set design is so amazing in this. And I want it for us to mean something, and for like people just looking at the show to be like, whoa, wait, what? Like I want them to all look so different. I want them to look so different from each other. That's my hope for that. So yeah, I would like to see Ruidian. I don't know. As a ruined city, if you just see it like interspersed as a ruined city, that would be cool. Yeah,
it's interesting. I think of it as, I mean, when you say ruined, do you mean? I almost think
an old deserted city, like, because there are cities, like there are parts of it, and I mean, spoilers, the city does get destroyed at a certain, like, not destroyed completely, but
there's a battle.
It incurs some damage. At a certain point during the story. So I think it could, like, that could be a dramatic thing to show, like the huge city that is damaged and empty. Yeah.
Unfinished.
Do you want to see
unfinished.
The damaged or the damaging?
Like,
I kind of want some. I want some not explained random bits and bobs in there. I mean, I want the whole thing to be random. I don't want
someone hanging from a tree.
I just want them to be the narrative journey for the trailer as the framework.
And sorry, Elfwitch in the comments is using the word that I actually should have used: unfinished, unfinished city.
Yes,
that's the word I was looking for. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
But yes, yeah.
I like.
I mean, obviously, I want the trailer to be awesome. That's what I want. But,
I think what I want most from the trailer is Tom. We want a Tom bomb. Is basically what we need. Is Tom showing up. I think there is.
What about just an instrument?
Oh, okay. Like, so you
like
what
someone
do you mean?
like flinging an instrument over their back, like their lute. Like,
okay. So you don't
like
want to see
to
him?
echo back to the guys that we saw from behind that we weren't sure who they were.
Okay. Yeah.
Kind of thing. Like,
so we want to see some mysterious characters. I guess that's probably the way to maybe put it. I think Matthew is saying is if I just see the tree, I'd be happy. So you want to actually see a huge tree and the glass columns. Yeah, I think that would make sense. Like the majesty of Rhuidean, where you see a lot of really, really cool things that you have not seen before. I think there's so much that you can just show. But I like this whole thing about, can you use the narrative of what Rhuidean means to the Aiel, to Rand, and use that as the framework for your trailer? Maybe, I don't know. I don't know for the first teaser, because I feel like this teaser that came out, as our first thing, I think it's about 2 minutes of showing, which is, I think, long for a teaser. Usually teasers are like shorter. But even if it's a minute, like, can you use just the glass columns as that would be cool. I think that would be a really cool way to show that. What else from Rhuidean or the Aiel kind of culture? Do you want to see like a lot of them? Do you want to see like, how
Well,
else?
obviously, people won't see very many of them.
Yeah, well, no, but
We
like,
need to see them fighting.
okay, all
obviously.
right.
I was just gonna say, yeah,
Gaul
for a
would be
tra-
nice. Would be preferable.
Did you
yeah.
say
For
Gaul
the trailer,
or
you
all?
want to show fighting.
Gaul.
Something.
Gaul. Oh, you want to see Gaul? Okay. I mean, I think this can get into the what new characters you want to see. So I'm gonna keep a hold of Gaul for now, for that discussion. But I think Aiel fighting. Do you? I think that is a important kind of promise that we've been told, right? We want to see more and more of that. So we saw Shael doing that in the first season. We saw, a fair bit of fighting towards the end. I mean, we saw the amazing Avienda fight, right? So there's going to be, what's his name? Kieran Donnelly, right? Kieran Donnelly is back. He did, he choreographed
Maybe some
that,
bolt action.
that fight with Shael. So I mean, I think it's safe to assume that we're going to see some Aiel fighting now. But who are the Aiel going to be fighting? Like if you actually look at just the Shadow Rising, and we don't have Tyr, and we don't have the end of the Dragon Reborn. What's the fight? What's the fight that's happening? Is it Shaido Aiel fighting Aiel, or
there's
or,
the
or
two
what?
rivers, right? You can have them fighting in the two rivers.
Okay,
But
so
like for a trailer, you could literally just have, the Aiel are practicing fighting, but you don't need to know. Like just in the trailer, you're just seeing really, really awesome fighting. Like
you just want to
Some
see
sort of like
sparring.
sky flipping situation.
Okay.
And that's
Yeah.
really all
That's
you
it.
need.
Okay.
Right?
yeah,
Really, this is like, you saw that one person do this, see 5 people do that in tandem, and like they're choreographing, they're dancing, this is like normal for them. Yeah, I can see that, this is just and there's not even fighting, this is just sparring, they're just having fun now. It's not even serious. I think that would make sense. But narratively, from an actual battle standpoint, I like this. And I think this is something that they could bring in. Aiel fighting Shadowspawn, right? Why not just have a Murdral and Trollocs show up? And to that
That would
point,
be totally fine.
Yeah.
That would be yes.
let me end this poll. Will we see Rhuidean? Most people want to see the glass columns. I'm not surprised. The glass columns are really cool. They're an important part of Rhuidean, and they're saying, well, we want to see it from far too. Probably that's the second on that poll, which makes sense. You want to see that cool kind of like, what's the mountain that's right next to Rhuidean? Is it Chendar? Is that the one? Is because you want to see like someone standing on a cliff looking down at Rhuidean, or I actually don't know the topography of how you approach Rhuidean. I don't know if it's in like a valley kind of place or not. I thank you, Eilonwy. I think you're I don't know if you were looking it up, but someone out there
it's
will.
the first edition, so the map isn't very good.
Okay.
It's that. So that was
Yeah.
useless, but
Someone will tell us, but that would be a cool
Yeah,
thing to
I always
see.
imagined it as kind of a bowl, right?
Right.
yeah. That's
With
how
a
yeah.
lake and the city kind of be protected.
Right.
Yeah.
I think there's some really cool ways they can show that. Yeah. The sort of like, do we see that the meeting of the Aiel at El Cerdal, like, which is really the again, it's a epic kind of thing that you could show like a glimpse of, and it'd be like, whoa, these are so many. I mean, it kind of reminds me of what's his name, Paul Atreides, and like all the Fremen, like like it's a very that
Yeah.
kind of moment that you can use in a trailer that they did, and it looked really
kind
cool.
of.
Kind of, not
Kind of.
exactly.
Yeah.
No, but what I mean is, like, you could use that sort of thing. Oh, this is really cool. There's so many of them. Like, this is a big army. These people, like, you thought there were like 5 of them, but there's like a lot of them. I don't know if they can actually pull that off, but that'd be cool to see. Anything else from the Aiel Rhuidean? I think it's going to be a major part of this. We've talked about dreamwalking, Rhuidean. Do we want to see like like specific character? So if you mentioned you want a wise one to be narrating, who else? Which Aiel character do you want to speak?
So I chose Bear.
Okay.
And my reasoning is this.
Okay.
So far, Moraine is the main character of the TV show, and I do believe this is the season we'll see a shift in that. But I think it makes sense to open with Moraine. And so there's this line that Bear says in the book: "The threefold land is not soft, Aes Sedai. Soft things die here." And I think that would be a really cool start. And then come into
That's
like
cool.
putting all the scenes together.
That's,
I like it.
That's a sound bite, right? That's the sort of thing
Yeah.
that you, what do they call it? The shaping stone, right?
Yeah.
Is that the word? And I think that would be a really cool, thing. Again, any wise one saying that would be amazing. Whether that they choose Amis, Bear, or Sorelea, like whoever they choose, right?
Right.
Would be really
And to be
cool.
fair, she says that to Egwene, thinking Egwene is an Aes Sedai in the book, but they could easily point it to,
Yes.
because they're
Yeah,
not going
for
to do
sure.
that, I don't think.
Yes,
For sure.
that would be so cool. Ooh, I like this. Do we actually want to see a meeting of Egwene? Now, maybe we can just, kind of use this as a segue for
Yeah.
Egwene. Like, how does Egwene, like, what is her journey in season 3, and how do you actually show that in the trailer? And I think this might be a cool way to show it, right? Where you see her being trained or meeting with the wise ones in the world of dreams. Now, it's really in
You
my
could do
opinion,
some freaky stuff with showing tel'aran'rhiod, right?
Yeah,
That's
so
just
Yeah,
like, you can
I
pretty
want to
much do
see like an
anything.
effect, some
Yeah.
sort of like like instant pop out, or some sort of like close transition thing where like
Yeah.
everything's changing. Like I just want a glimpse of that, but not again. I don't want it to be explained. You just see Egwene in this kind of like weird world, and strange things are happening.
Well, kind of like we had like Rand on the wheel for season 2.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
There's something that's just like, whoa, what's happening? And it's tel'aran'rhiod.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
I
like there's no
forgot.
rules, so
That-
you can pretty much go nuts with the special
All right,
effects. of
okay,
that,
all right.
Yeah.
Do we have to see that? Was that in the trailer? Was that no? I don't think that was in the trailer. It was in
For season 2.
I
Yeah,
don't know.
season
Was
2,
it in
Hand
the
on the
trailer
Wheel
or
was
was
in
it
the
in the?
trailer.
We only have one
Absolutely.
trailer in season 2
All right, we got to
because
see.
I was ready to do the timestamps again and I never got to.
All right, let's.
It was definitely Rand with on the Wheel is definitely in the season 2 trailer.
All right,
it broke
Okay. All right,
the
let's.
fandom.
It broke us.
I was
It
trying to
broke
think. Was
the
it?
wheel.
Let's watch the season 2 trailer. All right, this is our second trailer for tonight, and this is. Let me make sure. Yep.
Everyone has a choice. And every choice has a consequence.
I'm bigger than my body.
We didn't defeat the Dark One. We set him free.
I'm meaner than my demons.
No one should have that much power.
Bigger than these walls.
Together we face the impossible. But now in our separate corners of the world.
I'm bigger than my body.
Protecting Rand, guiding him, that is the only thing that matters.
You can't control him.
You know you have something inside you. Something that calls for blood.
I want to know how to control it.
The last battle's coming.
The whole world will be ours.
And all the kids cried out, please stop. I can't help this awful energy.
If our friends are in trouble, why would I ever stay here? You have no conception of the power they wield.
You can't do this by yourself.
There are many paths to walk through the night. It's not always the most powerful who write history. It's the ones who survive.
I'm tired of being a spoke in the wheel.
Who is in control?
You're not a spoke, boy. You are the water that turns the wheel itself.
All right, so yeah, we got two Rand on the wheel moments there.
Wheels, yeah.
Yes, that is so cool. Do we need a Halsey song? I guess we'll get to that. You know, what soundtrack? How do we get the tone of the Shadow Rising in there? But I like this. This is funny. Rajesh, yes, the memory's thinking that was Eludra. It could have been, it should have been, but it wasn't. Hey, season 3, right? That's why we have season 3. So
Yeah.
again, this was the trailer for season 2, and it showed a lot of really cool things. You know, it showed the famous line. Now, the last battle is coming. Now,
Yeah.
do we need someone to say that in the season 3 trailer?
No.
Hey, no, but you could like listening to that, and as you know what Mel said about having an Aiel Wise One narrator. There's different voices, but in both trailers, Moiraine's voice is the main voice that is spoken, right? And the person I voted for in that first poll, even though my first choice was not there was no Nynaeve on that poll, and I'm still protesting.
I mean, Nynaeve's going to be in there. I mean, there's no doubt.
I know, but I voted for Elaida because I thought having her, being Shore, come in like as a threatening, like her voice has such presence, right?
Yeah.
So her voice has to be in the trailer, right?
Wow.
Like you can't.
I was thinking
Yeah.
about that, but I was thinking it would be too distracting. It would be too much.
It literally, like watching Arcane, there's a moment when I'm watching it and she shows up in her voice and I didn't hear what she said. So I was like, Shore, because she's amazing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We would all have this like blind panic.
I'm gonna give this poll a minute. You
Which is
know,
not what you want when you put out a trailer.
Will the last battle is coming be said in the season 3 trailer,
I mean,
and then we
maybe
can
you
talk
do.
about who should say it. You know, Eilonwy, do you have strong thoughts about not including that in
Not including what?
the last battle is coming like that, like the
Oh
fact
yes. I think we've had enough of that. We've got to do something more unique. Like I feel like this is our chance to grab the non-watchers, like to really attract people who don't know about the show yet and to really show them what we've got. And the last battle is like too vague and like cliche and something that's in everything. We need to be really specific, really Wheel of Time, and grab as many watchers as we can get. That's my goal as I made my plans for the trailer.
Yeah. No,
Love
I think the fact that there's the world keeps expanding, right? In the books and in the Aiel, the sea folk, there's so many things that have been promised. So do you want to kind of touch upon what are some of those things that are unique that we haven't seen before that it would be cool to see and for people to be like, what is this? Like, what is this?
Yeah. One of the things on my list for sure is, like, I'm talking about set pieces that I want to see. I want to see the Age of Legends. I want that to be like, like you're watching this. Oh, it's a fantasy show, fantasy trailer. Wait, what? Why sci-fi? Like, why? I want that feeling to happen while you're watching. For non-readers who are watching the show, being like, wait, flying cars? What just happened?
That would
like,
be really cool as soon as they say, you know, like in the vision, my vision board, as soon as the wise one says, you have to understand your past, and then there's like a flying car.
Oh, yes. Yes.
That would be really cool. I would love
that.
I think having more of the Age of Legends in this season, like this is the season to really dig deep into it, right?
Of course. Yeah.
And then you know, I think showing it in the trailer would be so cool, because people are like, what is this show? You know, because
that's the feeling I want from people watching.
That would be awesome. Like, I didn't even think of how much they can show.
You think you know what you're watching,
right?
And then you're just like, wait, what?
Yeah.
It's like, this is the foundation. No, this is Wheel of Time. This is everything. There's magic and flying ships and all of the above.
But I do want real ships too.
Okay, there you go. So
I want the girls on the prow of a ship, like blasting through with the wind, like blowing their hair back, like they're just booking it.
Okay. Yeah. So you think we'll see Elaine and Nynaeve on the spray? Are you thinking we'll get on the spray with Bale?
I'm thinking a sea folk ship. I'm thinking that's where we're going.
Okay, so
I'm thinking it'll be a sea folk ship.
I think I think Rafa said that too, right? They've made a sea folk ship, and we're going to be on a sea folk
I thought the
ship.
sea folk were getting cut. And so
the number of things we thought were cut, and they keep coming back.
I know.
Elias was cut. Elias came back. The Green Man was cut. The Green Man might be back. You never know. The Green Man might be there with at the tree. We don't know. Like there's things.
Indeed.
What is
Sharon Gillan in the glass columns?
Right, there you go. It's definitely in the glass columns. That's actually canon from the books. Like there's a reason. Didn't Sharon Gillan say that? There's one character that's like very unique, or
she said something like that.
Yes, I don't remember the exact words, but something to the effect that they're going to be like there for just like one scene, and they're like very different, and they're really important, and it'll be like Rafe said, just we'll put them in and that's it, like for one season. And I'm like, there's a number of people who that could be, but
I believe the word you're looking for is it'll be bonkers.
It'll be bonkers.
Okay.
Yes, and there'll be a lot of shredding, and Bananas, totally bananas. Yep. That is the show. By the way, I don't have all of them, but we've planned out our shows up until December 7th. I think we're doing a show somewhere along the lines. The name of the show is Bonkers, Bananas, or Shredding. And it's basically, it'll be Innkeeper Hatch and I, and people will call in with your theories. And live caller theories that will be like, this is bonkers, so like this makes like no sense. This is bananas. This is like so out of the world, out of the box, or shredding. This is amazing, and it'll be we'll play a game. Bonkers, bananas, or shredding. And that'll be a lot of fun. It really depends on what sort of things happen in the next 2-3 weeks, next month, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months. I mean, it seems like things are starting to ramp up. We've had multiple reports, or I don't know if multiple reports, but at least enough reports that the spring seems like the time where the season might actually air. So that's not far. It's not far at all. It's actually fairly far. It's like 6 months, but like it's not far
in the grand scheme of things.
Yes.
We waited this long.
Yeah, we waited this long. It
We've
doesn't
come
seem
further than we have left to wait. I think,
Yes.
Yeah.
that's why it feels
Yes,
imminent.
exactly. It's like we've made it this far. Oh, it's so close now, and it's like still time to go.
Yeah.
But that's how it is. But
Yeah.
we'll be here to talk about all of that. Let's maybe turn a little bit and talk about the two rivers. So we know there's a return to the two rivers. I don't know if Rafe has actually said this, but from a couple of right, we've seen the folks that got to go on set last year before the season
Yeah.
premiere. They were in the two rivers, so the two rivers has been built again. They may have seen fortifications and things like that. And then I feel like what series reported a satellite image of a waygate near the two rivers. so this is the
My
sort
gosh, those detectives.
this is the sort of sleuthing that we're accustomed to now. We know, those are the things. So what do you expect to see from the two rivers? Are we going to see two rivers, fighting? I mean, there's a big battle,
Yeah.
right? The Battle of the Two Rivers. Do you want to see snippets of that? Farmers with pitchforks, or the
Yeah.
women of the two rivers, back to episode 1 of the show, now fighting, protecting white cloaks, not white cloaks, sorry, the children, the traveling people.
Yeah.
How much do you want to see of that?
Like, I would
Okay,
imagine,
Jenny,
like
yeah,
in
go
the
ahead.
trailer, there would be a section of fighting, right? And they would show different parts of different battles. So we would get like some two rivers, some like Aiel fighting shadow spawn, some I don't know, even like maybe some power battles, like showing something going on with the girls' intention, like just like that. That I could see that being
Yeah.
like a
White cloak.
centerpiece in the trailer. Yeah.
Yeah,
love
my
how you-
instinct is that I don't want to give too much away about what
Exactly,
happens
yeah.
with the two rivers. So
Okay.
I almost want just like a tight shot on Perrin like wailing on something, right? Like
Okay.
him just like coming down and like
Ooh,
beating,
okay.
like
All right.
like coming straight
Yeah,
at the
yeah.
Okay,
camera with
all right.
his
This is-
axe or whatever.
This is the
I
question
mean,
then.
that's
All
I
right,
want
well,
to
the last-
keep that really close.
I'm gonna poll this. Will Perrin be holding an axe or a hammer? I think that's the poll. All right. Well, the last battle will be coming. I feel like it's a 50-50, but more people are saying no. So will Perrin be holding an axe or a hammer? Mel, you said axe. Eilonwy, what do you think?
Just got
Is it
the
gonna be-
axe.
Yeah, are we thinking, he just killed someone, Hopper
So
said?
what I put on my list is
Yes.
that Perrin would wolf out,
Oh,
like
okay.
in the dream world.
Oh, okay.
Because we need I want to pull out all the stops. And so it seems like, but it's all flashes. And so for people who haven't seen it, it's just like, oh, that's interesting. Where to us, it might be like, oh, I know exactly what that is. I feel like that's something that they've been so slow on the lead with the wolves, like something really like visual and dramatic.
Wow. That's going to be interesting because we have to dig deep into that part of it, and the fact that Hopper needs to make a return, right? Like it is.
Yeah.
Like this is where it
But
gets
that's
a little
kind of
tricky.
why I don't want him in the trailer.
You
Yeah,
wanna
yeah,
not
yeah,
see-
for sure.
It
Yeah.
cheapens
Maybe just
his
Slayer.
return.
Maybe
if
you
you
just see
see
Slayer. Like a Lord Luke character, the
Yeah.
antagonist.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, like and
Yeah.
be like, the wolves there are too many wolves dying, or like some mention about wolves from Perrin, to that. I mean, the other thing is, do you want to see a Dane Perrin, like Dane seeing Perrin and being like whispering two rivers, or like just just like just like we know that
Do you want to
is-
see like drunk Dane? Like totally like off his rocker Dane, just kind
Yeah,
of like
yeah, yeah.
staggering out of something.
Yeah, I mean,
That'd be
we're gonna
good.
see Dane, Padden Fane, Lord
Mhm.
Luke.
Yeah.
Mhm.
In
Like these are the sort of
Spain, in the
antagonists.
rain. Sorry.
Exactly, and in pain, and Perrin in pain.
Yes.
You know,
Yeah, exactly.
there you go. I guess the big question, right? So you talk about wolves. We talked about all the antagonistic forces, the white cloaks, the fighting. But one of the key things that happens in the Shadow Rising, and even before that, is a certain someone is with Perrin throughout all of this.
Yes.
That is not with Perrin until now. Fael. Yes
gimme,
or
gimme.
no? In the trailer. In the trailer.
Gimme.
Forget season 3.
Yes,
just in the trailer.
please,
You want to see? Okay.
I want so much.
All right. So do you want to
I
see?
want her petting Mandar. That's all I want.
That's like this is what it's all led to. The fact that she chose her name
Mel's
as
wanting
Mandar
some Mandar
is
on
for
Mandar
the
action. Is what
years
she's wanting.
later. Years later, when they make the trailer, they're like, "Hey, let's put these two together, Mandar and Fael." You know, this is the. Did any of you have how does Fael, other than being with Mandar, on your?
So in every season, they have a little romantic, scene or a couple.
Yes.
And so it's going to be that. I'm pretty sure that
Really? You
Okay.
think so?
Aiel and Perrin, something, a hood hair moment, something like that.
Okay.
yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So we had.
It's always been with Rand though, because it was Egwene and Rand in season
Yeah.
1, and it was
So it's
Egwene
time
and
for someone
Lanfear
else.
season. Yeah, that's true. That's true.
You think that was
I
romantic?
think we had Moraine and Swan,
Rand
but-
and Lanfear on the cliff. That was romantic. Okay, yeah.
I mean, it was for people who are just watching the show.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, I think for most people, they were mad, right? When people saw that, they're like, "Who's
Yep.
this hussy?
Yes,
Who's this hussy he's with?"
yes.
It's like Rand's
Yeah,
moved on.
my sister's like, Rand needs to calm down. He's too much of a player. I'm like, oh, you have no idea.
Oh,
You have no idea.
yeah. That's when my non-book readers were also very upset and said Rand needs to be a little,
Cyprianics, give us
less.
Fael. Yes, I see many people talking about. You just said the magic word Fael. Did I just say Fael or Lanfear? I think I said Lanfear. Do we need Lanfear in the trailer? Do we need Lanfear in the trailer? Like, I mean, let's maybe take a small, very small Lanfear detour. All I want is a yes or no. This is what we get if Innkeeper Hatch, if you're listening, call in. This is a call. I mean, other people call in, but if you're listening, if you want to talk about Lanfear, if you want to make Lanfear a thing here, which none of us want to, call. Let us know. Jenny, Lanfear, yes or no in the trailer?
No.
All right, Mel.
No, and it's not because I don't want her, Matt. I don't think she'll be there.
All right, Mel.
Yes,
Okay.
with the other chosen
Okay, with the other chosen. Okay,
That's what I
together.
Okay,
Yes.
so you. Oh, okay. All right. I think. I feel like a resounding. I don't even have to ask people this. Maybe I can ask people this as we talk about the Forsaken. Let's see. What did people say? People. I don't see. Oh, there it is. Axe. People still want the axe. The hammer is too early. The question is, will we see Fael in the trailer? Let's see how strongly people actually vote on this. But Eilonwy, how do you have the Forsaken showing up?
I have Lanfear versus Moghedien. That's what I put in my list
Whoa.
of scenes.
Okay. All right.
tel'aran'rhiod.
tel'aran'rhiod, Lanfear versus Moghedien. Like how? Like
They always add something unexpected. They got
That
to
is-
weave their own stories. You've got to use Lanfear somewhere. Everyone loved her.
That's
And,
true.
according to the plot, she's incognito. So I think she's hanging out in tel'aran'rhiod.
Okay.
And,
course, yeah.
maybe it's a verbal sparring, but, some tension between the two.
This is interesting. I always thought, because Moghedien is the spider, right, working softly from the shadows, and we saw this really aggressive front, like really going after Lanfear in that last scene. But I don't know if that'll be her MO, like in the whole in the season. I still think it would be cool for her to like be in the shadows, be trying to manipulate people. But it'd be cool to. I mean, I would any day want to see Moghedien versus Lanfear.
Yeah.
As
Well,
a like a prelude to Moghedien versus Nynaeve, because that would be even cool. If Moghedien somehow gets the better of Lanfear, and then Nynaeve gets the better of Moghedien, it'd be like, whoa, we have someone who can actually beat these people. That would be cool. Jenny, Mel, you have any thoughts on Forsaken, Lanfear? Are we going to see a Forsaken tea party? I mean, even though
that's what I was thinking, a Forsaken tea party. And I would think they would probably position it to look like Lanfear is taking charge after Shamrael has. So she might be like sitting in a throne type thing, and then the other.
Oh, Lanfear wouldn't be that extra.
Well,
I'm
kidding.
Of course she would.
In the dream world, she's gonna do what she's gonna do, right? She's gonna bring back her throne, and then everybody else is sitting on stools
around
or
her.
Whatever. But like I could see her like trying to lord over the Chosen. Yeah.
One of the things I thought about, I don't know if it would be in the trailer, or I don't even know if they're going to do it, but like there are other Shadow Spawn that haven't been introduced. Right, in the show, they might not be in the show, but like Darkhounds have in the books have appeared by now. Drakkar have appeared by now, and Greymen have appeared by now. I don't know how you could do Greymen in the show, just because the idea of having actors that you don't notice. I don't know how you would do that, but like I could see Darkhounds being in the trailer if they're going to be in the show.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
This is what I thought. I kind of agree with Dana Lou here that. Lanfear with the other Chosen, with the other Forsaken, the way season 2 ended would be, they could definitely make it happen because being someone who is manipulating, scheming, all of the above, it's definitely possible that happens. But you could almost be like, well, Lanfear's in hiding almost and just trying to figure out how do I play now with all of these people out in the open. So maybe it's everyone else and Lanfear's not there. So
Lanfear's like seducing Rand in his dreams still.
Yes. The other way it could be is like, I think I said this last week too, where it's like maybe Samael, I don't know, maybe 2 or 3 Forsaken talking and Lanfear spying on them. But Moghedien is spying on Lanfear and them, like the whole that meme of the person with the gun standing behind and there's like a sniper who's like who has everyone else like the same thing.
My thought though for the trailer, it's going to be for people who watch the show, right, and then people who watch the first 2 seasons, and for people who are just watching. I don't know how there is a way to make the Forsaken look like Forsaken because they're just people. So I'm trying to think how you would do that. And Lanfear is a recognizable character.
Yeah.
So, and she's gone. So Lanfear is recognizable if you've watched the first 2 seasons. Having her there makes sense. Having Samael, like the others in there, I don't know what, like that would mean something to us, but I don't know that it's a selling point in a trailer. That's my thought about that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can see that. I can see that. I mean, I guess if you dress them all in modern clothing, like they would, if they're in tel'aran'rhiod, right? They're all wearing modern clothing, so that would be striking and different. But maybe they could be flying in the flying car.
They could be in the flying cars.
It's like a la, what is it, like Star Wars Episode 2 when they're just like flying through the city, and they're having their conversation, all 4 of them.
Yeah, it's true. As
the flying
Dana
joke art
says,
together.
Dana's saying in the chat, Moggy is recognizable. She is. But she was only in a very, very short scene. I don't know how, like, she's not going to be as recognizable as Lanfear.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think...
You could also do, like, that bookend of, the season 1, Moiraine coming in and taking off her hood. You could echo back to that with Lanfear, like, putting on a hood or taking off a hood, and, like, kind of, like, duplicating that.
Shout out to the fans.
Yeah. I was thinking that could be Shore. Like, because Moiraine did that in the trailer, right? And everybody was like, ooh, Rosamund Pike. And, like, having it be, oh, Shore Gidashlu, like, that could be.
Yeah, she definitely needs highlighted for sure.
And then we had when did we had Varen doing that, but that wasn't a trailer, right? That was just like a Varen video we
Yeah.
saw separately,
Yes,
right?
that was like
It
I think the
for her.
BAFTA. It was
Yeah,
her
it was just-
BAFTA like highlight or
Oh,
something.
that's right. That's
Exactly.
right. That's
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
So never mind.
Yeah.
That's not
Yeah.
a continuation of the hood removal.
The hood
Yes.
removal. The
But-
hood removal it would be.
But I would like
There
the
is a
echo of
hood.
it.
There is a hooded Leandrin in the season 2 trailer, right? There is
Yes.
that.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
There is a hooded character. It would be interesting to see more Forsaken now, or at least have hints of okay, who are the
Yeah.
antagonists, right? Like who are the people? Like even maybe someone's voice, being like saying something that would be like there's hints that Samuel's in it, right? And someone saying something to the effect that, hey, we need to fight Rand or get Rand or lose Theron. Like, just talking about what is the big battle for this season. Like, what is the big kind of, like, what does Rand need to do this season, right? Because that's one of the things that I think this teaser trailer might focus on is, like, I think Rafe has said this, right? This is a Rand and Perrin kind of
Yeah.
heavy season, or at least they choose two people. So how do we see
Yeah,
Rand?
we're gonna
I
get their
think-
episodes this
yeah,
season.
like how do we see
Yeah.
Rand other than Rodian? I mean, Rodian's important, but like how else are we gonna see Rand? Do we want to see Rand and Lan like training and sword fighting?
I
like in the trailer.
Yes, of
I
course.
don't think we're gonna get it.
I
but
don't think we're. Yeah,
want it.
exactly.
Wait,
I
you
want
don't think
it,
you're
but
gonna get it in the
I-
trailer, or you don't think we're gonna get it at all?
I don't think we're getting it at all.
Oh,
Just for economics
this is
of the 8
this is
episodes
Rand.
per season, like we don't have time, and I'm.
Yosha
sad.
and Daniel have said that we'll get it.
Yeah,
No,
I mean,
wait.
I was
I-
pretty sure we were going to get it in season 2, so
yeah.
no,
I
but
didn't
feel
even
like-
put it on my list because I have no.
Oh, okay, all right. Someone talk. So, what else do you have on your thing? I will find this for you, and show it to you.
No. I remember them saying that. I remember them saying that. I
Yeah.
think it is possible that we get training in the travels with the Aiel, right? That could be
Right.
something they're doing in camp at night as they're like traveling from Ruidian to Cold Rock Gold or to Al Caradal if they go straight there,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah. I'm trying to think how to say this. I think we'll get a taste to imply that it's there,
Okay.
but I don't know that. Well, because like
Yeah.
Rafe said we were gonna get what was it? Cat Crosses the Courtyard, and we did.
Yeah.
We got the spirit of Cat Crosses the Courtyard, but we didn't get Cat Crosses the Courtyard. And I understand why we didn't, because there's no way they could do it in a way that would satisfy all of us. Because everybody, like, if it satisfied me, it wouldn't satisfy you. Like
Right.
that's just all of us envision it differently, right? So we got the spirit of that scene without getting the full cat. We didn't see Rand doing Cat Crosses the Courtyard.
To be clear,
So-
I was wholly unsatisfied.
Okay, but I
But
think
something
that's what
like
we're gonna get, something
Adeleas,
like that.
like making eyes at Lan training, but it's Lan and Rand. But I don't know if that'll make the trailer. But
Ooh,
we definitely need like,
Soralia admiring. Continue the theme of old ladies, like enjoying pretty men.
or some maidens of the spirit just being like what are they doing? Like just looking disgruntled, like a disgruntled kind of thing,
Yeah,
being like,
yeah.
what are these kids playing at? That kind of
Some
thing.
hand talk, that would be
or,
good.
or just like laughing at them, like, oh, look at them trying to be
Aiel humor.
all-
That'll be fun.
Aiel
to
humor, yeah.
showcase.
Will we get Aiel humor in the trailer? That's that would be funny if there's like this whole thing about
That'd be
like
nice.
something like, so it was about the chicken, like Rand says that.
Did you have a clip of Avienta laughing in season 2? Like, wasn't that one of the clips? I don't know. Maybe I'm imagining that.
in the trailer?
Was it in the trailer or was
It
it in a
wasn't in the
coming next
trailer.
week kind of thing?
It
Yeah.
might have been.
It wasn't in the trailer.
Yeah,
I
think
never
it might
watched
have
the
been.
Coming Next Week, so I don't know.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
never watched
yeah.
those.
Maybe it's just we read that scene so for so many times. what the one that they ended up doing. Who read that? Can't remember. I think it was Anas.
What did I
The
do?
one with Perrin and Avienda. Like we had the script from it, and so
Yes, we did. We did have the wording that I won't attack you in a lust
yeah,
of
a bit of
or
lust.
like something.
So
Yeah.
when
Yeah,
we
yeah.
watched it, I felt like I'd seen it before, but maybe that was just because we knew
Right.
the script
Yes.
so well.
We did know some scripts that made it through. So I'm trying to think what Miss Sarah Jane was saying. Maybe they filmed using the season 2 set for season 3, and it was filmed before the rest of season 3 because they knew they wouldn't be coming back. For what?
Arches?
Is that for for Lan and Rand? Because I think we're gonna start in Falm, and then we'll go into they'll separate again. I think the question, I don't know if Kevin's still here. How many Waygates are we gonna see? Right, like asking the important questions now. Like
37. 37 Waygates. I'm calling it right now.
All right, but realistically, like the Falm fake Waygate, like I guess that's one, But can they go back to that one, because that was like in the middle of like this awesome beach that they could find like 1 hour to film on in Morocco in the month. So it can't be that set unless they've already shot it there. It doesn't seem like they shot anything else there. So how are we traveling in the 3rd season? Are we waygating it at 2 different places, or what's the mode of travel?
Yeah, I don't know if this will be time. Like, I don't know if it'll be like in the trailer, but I could see a time jump again.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah,
I don't necessarily think they start in fall.
I think they've shown enough Waygates that we know how they work, and so they can just imply, they can just like casually mention a Waygate.
Yeah.
Or they cannot. And
they can build one in a
long distance
forest.
travel. Like
in the middle of the 2 rivers.
So
but I think the one in the 2 rivers will be like Shadow Spawn, like coming out of it in a big battle.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah,
that's the season 3 trailer thing, that we see the 2 rivers, then we see the Waygate, and then it opens and Trollocs come through it.
No, I don't want him to give it away.
Okay, all right, okay.
Hold it back.
Okay, right. No, I agree. That would be cool for a trailer. That might be just too cool, though. I mean, we know
It's
it,
too
but
cool.
other people
It could
don't know
be
it.
a Waygate with Shadow Spawn, but you don't know.
you don't know where it is.
Okay,
Yeah.
Okay.
The middle
Yes, that.
Because everybody's familiar with the Waygates if you watch, right? So you expect to see one of us coming out
It's
of it, and it's
interesting.
like,
A lot-
oh, look,
I mean-
that's right.
I have to ask this. I mean, even though will we see Fail? 72% of people saying yes. About 27% don't want to see Fail in the trailer, or don't want to see her at all. I don't know. We're gonna see Fail. I mean, I'm sorry. I'm pretty sure we're gonna see her in the trailer. I mean, we should. It'd be really cool to see Fail in the trailer.
I want her so bad.
I don't know. Do you think we're really gonna? I mean, I don't want to like get into this time jump discussion, but maybe for like 5 minutes. I thought we can't time jump again, like just because of the fact that we don't know they're all together. Like if you time jump, they have to be all far like apart, and we have to like see them being being like, okay, why are you going back to the 2 rivers? Why are you going to Tanchico? Why are you going to the Aiel Waste? Like it just doesn't. Or why are you going back to the White Tower?
We had the same argument last time, and they didn't. They need to save time. They need to
Exactly.
spend time
Yeah.
explaining things. Like Robert Jordan for I was like looking through before, like to make notes for my trailer, and I was just looking at what happens in each chapter, and so many chapters are just, what are we gonna do? Oh, what are we gonna do? I don't want
I
to
know.
know.
My sister's
we have to
reading
count
the
all that.
book. Yeah, my sister's reading The Shadow Rising, and she's like, "Oh, I'm on chapter 20."
the
Like, well,
best
you haven't even started it yet. Like you're still in the Stone of Tear. So, yeah.
I agree with you there. That's why I don't think they should start in fall, because their trend has not been to make a decision and then go. Their trend has been to show them already in the new spot and
Right.
then explain it in context.
Interesting. Um, uh, Jenny, you wanna explain what's what just happened? Are you angry with us? Like, what happened?
I'm very, very angry at all of you. Sorry, my battery on my
Sorry,
phone
Jenny.
died. I spilled something on my phone right before I started, and so I can't charge it because it won't let me charge because there's liquid in my phone, and my battery just died. So now my facial tracking doesn't work. My hand tracking still works. So I promise I'm not angry.
You could sign your emotions with your so.
This is the sign for blacksmith. You could just keep doing that.
This is awesome. But I don't know.
We were hoping this would happen, and it's making me so happy.
This is like, you smile a little. I felt like
my phone is beside me now, so no.
I think that we shouldn't see any Nynaeve in the trailer at all.
You John!
Wow.
I shake my fist at you in anger.
That's okay. But okay, so that's interesting. I'll see what the poll says, in terms of just time jump wise. But so we've talked about the Aiel, we've talked about Rand, we've talked about the Two Rivers. I think the important question, I think we have the answer to this, is Matt. Will we see Matt wearing new clothes, a new costume in the trailer?
Yes. Oh my gosh. Please give him new clothes. I don't want him wearing tissue paper anymore.
Maybe it's him with the cloak. Like he takes it off and he's like, "Who is this person?" And it says,
I want the trailer to just be Matt on a catwalk showing different outfits. That's it.
I vote no clothes, so we don't see them until the show.
Wait, what do you mean? What do you mean? You mean no Matt, no clothes,
She wants
like nude Matt?
Naked
Like
Matt.
what? Yeah.
She wants naked Matt and Mandarb on Mandarb action. That's what she wants. In the
Have you
trailer.
met me? Yeah. These are the things I want. I don't want them to give up his costume in the trailer. It's too important. Hold it back.
He can have an interim costume, but not the lace yet.
Yeah,
Okay.
of course.
So
But not
just
the
a
bathrobe.
change
No more
in
bathrobe.
clothes, but not he's still not a bloody lord, Matt Cawthon. Like still in
right.
that, kind of like not boots only.
No.
Do you know how much time we'll spend on a boots only shot of Matt if that happens? We'll zoom in and the amount of time we'll spend. I guess that's the next poll. What will we spend the most time zooming in on? So will there be a time jump at the start of season 3? Wow, 73% of people saying like or 3/4 are wrong here. They're saying yes. I just don't see how like.
You are weighting your polls.
I don't know. I felt very strongly about being in Falm and just having a like, hey, where are we at now? Do we need to do something? Shamael is dead, like it'll be
Want
interesting.
some like kissing in the corridors things.
I don't know,
happening
yeah,
too.
something like
Now-
like if Elaine is off, like who like. Or they could always flash back to Falm, right? They could always be like,
Yeah. They could also do a time jump in after them, like having apparently the tea denouement, like everybody drinking tea, talking about last season, scene that Anas wants, and then you can have a time jump after that, because obviously that's what Anas wants. All the characters sitting around being like, "Oh, is it this crap?" That's what Anas.
That's a great way to
I
start
think
a
there'll be
season.
a time jump.
I hope they hire
think-
you.
I think it'll be a time jump.
I'm totally kidding. Anas.
No, but I just feel like there'll be a time jump, but it'll be like the end of their stay in Falm where they've decided what's gonna happen. It'll be like, like Rand, like it wakes up with a dream, or Egwene wakes up with a dream saying, you need to go to the Isle of Waste, and says that's what I need to do. And Rand's like, yep, I know that too. That's where I'm going. Elaine and Nynaeve find out about Leandrin in Tanchico, and they're like, we have to go to Tanchico. Perrin's like, I want to go home. Like that, like they've reached that, but like it starts with them deciding that, and like Rand and Elaine need to like meet again. it would be I mean, they could make it work, but I mean, they're not going to be together longer than just the one scene on the tower, right? It would. I mean, they could make it work, but it'd be interesting.
I mean, that's about as much time as they spent together in the books. Anyways.
The many talents of Lezbi Nerdy, everyone.
I know. Ah.
But Matt, we were talking about Matt.
Yes.
Yes.
So I put in the trailer, because I'm in control, and it's my trailer, and I'm the director, because I want it in the show. Matt going through the red doorway. And I do think it's a zoom in of his boots, stepping through the doorway. Nobody knows what it is. New watchers aren't spoiled, but it like signals to the readers that this is happening, because it's my trailer and I want that in the show. So I put that in the trailer.
Yes,
I love that. I love that.
I think we could even, I don't say how much they want to give up, but we're talking about crazy things in the trailer to hook people. Showing a weird Aiel fin, I don't know which one it is. I don't know, snake or fox. I get them mixed up all the time. But showing their creepy ass face in the trailer would also be like, because I if you remember watching reactions to like the season 1 trailer, the creepy ass Murdrall's face got a lot of reaction.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Will we see Matt go through the twisted redstone door frame? I mean, I would love that. Right. That's just my favorite. I mean, people love the Rhuidean glass column stuff. It's amazing. I like it. Sure, it's good. There's nothing better than, in my opinion, than Matt going through the twisted redstone door frame twice in that book. It's just, it just caught me. Like whenever you see riddles and things that you have no idea about, and go to Rhuidean, son of battles. Like if we see
that's
that,
a goosebump moment every single time.
Yes. Like so, the only change Eilonwy I'll make is instead of like him like walking in with his boots, he like trips into it. Like that might be funny. That might be funny where we see him like be like
tripping, like half of his body disappears as he goes in.
Yes. Yes. And then he I like this. If guests wrote trailers, ask them to read them through. Now this is what we'll end with. So we're going to do another 10 minutes of specific things, but if you've actually written down kind of what you want to see, let's definitely do that. The one other thing that I thought that would be fun to see. So, we talked about Matt, we talked about, Twisted Redstone Doorframe, Perrin, did we talk about Nynaeve? I mean,
yeah, she's not in it.
Okay, I've been holding back on doing that. Sorry.
We'll how will we see it? I guess
wheel.
that's your one for the show there you go.
Oh, blur it out. Blur it out in post.
Will we see Matt go through the
ship?
How will we see Nynaeve and Elaine? Like you talked about on a ship, but I guess the other question is, and I'll pull this. Will we see Elaine holding a wine glass? Like is that trailer worthy?
We've already seen that.
No, is it trailer worthy? A bigger one, because Rafe has also said that, right? Like they're in a bar in Tanchico, and like will we see that kind of that scene at all? Wow, enthusiasm.
I don't know that
I thought that would be so cool if she's just like smiling and just holding a glass, like just being merry.
That could be her character shot, right? Like there's, often in trailers they have like a character, like, you remember this character? Remember this character? Remember this character?
Yeah.
Like that could be her character shot, is her like swirling some wine.
Yes. I mean, they're not going to be in their novice or accepted dress, right? That this is the time where they actually go into like not disguise, but I'm pretty sure they're
Pretending to be
So
Aes Sedai.
confused. But taking us back like 2 years back when Rafe did the intro at Jordan Con and said, this is a room that's important in season
Yes.
2 and season 3. And I'm
Yeah.
like, how? How does that work?
I think
How?
Dana Lou asked this, right? Are the girls going back to the White Tower? I guess the question is
Yeah.
is Egwene, Elaine, are they going to do their accepted test, right? Because they need to
Yeah.
get the rings technically to then be like we're Aes Sedai. There's a few
also-
rings to be found in Falm. So they technically
Mhm.
don't need to go back to get those rings, right? There's a few rings that they can just get and not actually go through the arches,
Well,
which takes
and
away.
because
Yeah,
because because of the gemstones, that whole plot doesn't really work anymore. You can't just, Aes Sedai rings are different than accepted
Yeah,
rings. 'Cause
yeah.
Accepted
you
rings
could
are
pop
empty
the
in the
gemstone
show.
out,
Right.
right? No,
Yeah.
maybe. I don't know. I don't know how that works. You're right. It would be interesting how they actually make that work.
They don't have a stone. Yeah.
Oh, they don't.
Accepted rings are
Unless
accepted
no, but
rings
like
are
Neat
not
unless
was
yeah.
empty.
right. But if they're acting like Aes Sedai, right? They're making the world believe they're Aes Sedai. So if Nynaeve uses Ryma's ring,
Mm,
she's a
Right.
yellow sister.
right.
And
Real sad.
so they
Yeah.
could yes, sad, but like they could do that. But I just feel like it would be interesting to
Well, that's one of the
to-
reasons I think a time jump is like going back to the tower, because there's a bunch of stuff that needs to happen. Or not, okay, I'm saying needs for like the way the plot is in the books. Right now, if they never go back to the tower, Leandrin hasn't been exposed at all. Like nobody knows who she is, so she can do whatever she wants, right?
And if they're
So-
going to become accepted at all, it needs to be
Yeah.
now. Like they
Right.
can't
Yeah.
do it later.
Mm-hmm.
This is I'm slightly in the camp of time jump here, just because of going back to the tower is important. The reason I thought going back to the tower didn't make sense, and this is just because I recently made. Let's talk about some of the shows that are coming up that we'll do over the next month or so. But one of the first ones I looked at was to talk about Tenchiko. So we're doing this kind of an essential series about the 4 arcs of season 3. And the first one is
Yeah.
Essential Tenchiko. And I looked at it and I said, oh, look at Falm at the top there. And look at Tenchiko.
Yeah.
And they're just going to take a
Yeah.
boat from Falm to Tenchiko. And that's that. But if you're thinking they're going back to the tower and then to Tenchiko, okay, sure. It just seems so easy to kind of just jump from Falm to
Just
Tenchiko
jump to
from there.
yeah.
So yeah, so we'll do that. Then we're talking about the Return to the Two Rivers. That's again, an important part of the Shadow Rising and season 3. Then White Tower Politics, something we haven't talked about yet, but I think we'll touch upon next. And then obviously Visions in Rudian. We know what Yosha said was glimpses. He talked about glimpses in one of his interviews a year ago, almost over a year ago now, or almost a year ago now. So there's all these cool things that we'll get to see. But yeah, maybe they do go back. And they get raised to accepted, and then
And Sawan could do her thing and
Yeah.
assign them to hunt the Black Aja before.
Yeah. I think it condenses a lot of things, because right now we do have to have the White Tower things happen in the White Tower. Swan needs people to interact with, and Moraine's not there. Like I think she needs people to interact with that we know, because otherwise you're introducing a bunch of new characters. So there's
You have Varen.
Varen and
Adelaide.
Leon.
You have Sheriam.
Adelaide, I don't think she would be there, but yeah, there are characters, but I think the characters that people care about,
Yeah.
people will remember. And
It's
people
interesting.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because the
Yeah.
other thing we know, Rafe has said, right, is the start of season 3 is a bunch of women in their 40s and 50s shredding.
Yeah, shredding each other.
And then
yeah.
then he also said we'll know what Leandrin is up to at right up top on season 3. So my thought always has been the coup happens right up top season. Like
Yes, same.
the first 15 minutes is the cold open, and it's the coup happening. Now, if that's what's happening, like when do Egwene and like are they there after the not Egwene, or I mean I guess all of them, Egwene and Elaine, do their test after that, and then they go to how does she end up in the? It'll be interesting. It'll be so.
I
It
want to
might
say,
sounds
I
like-
think at WatCon, Ali was like projecting what the arc would be and maybe place the coup at the mid-season. So what if the shredding each other was like the Black Aja, or like Leandrin and Tanchico trying to get her people under control and assert her
Yeah.
influence, and then the
Or-
coup happens later.
Yeah.
Or it could,
I could
or it
actually
could
see,
just be
'cause if
the
he's
Black
saying it's-
Aja when they left the tower in the Dragon Reborn, right? They killed a bunch of sisters and they left. So
Yeah.
that might be the start, is where they just
The shredding.
steal a belt,
Yeah.
a bunch of
Yeah.
powers of the objects of the power and leave. So that might be instead of the coup, actually
Yeah.
the coup happening. Yeah.
It could also be because he did say the beginning of the season, but remember how Amazon drops things? It's the first 3 episodes. I think the
Mhm.
beginning of the season could be any of those 3 episodes.
That's
So it
true.
could be at the end of the first 3.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, Dana Lu, who is saying kind of what I think said there too. On that note, though, from a trailer perspective, what do we see of the tower? Do we see Swan? Do we see Leandrin? Or the tower, is it going to be framed with Elaida? Because I think that's the one kind of plot line where Elaida probably will show up.
Yeah.
Is Camelin and the White Tower. So how do we see the White Tower and Elaida show up in the trailer?
Well, that's how I think Shore should be. I would like somehow Shore to be, or Elaida. I should call her by her name. Elaida should be introduced as a threat, in not like an ambiguous threat. I don't want her to be like everybody knows who she is, but like, you see Swan and her power, and then somehow you see Elaida introduced as well as like, oh, that's something dangerous is going on with her.
Right.
I have a crazy idea with the what is Leandrin up to thing, because they've kind of set this up in the previous seasons that Leandrin has a lot of power in the tower. She has a lot of influence. Like, what if Leandrin ends up the Emerald seat for like a hot minute, and then the girls out her, and Elaida comes in as this like
the savior of that.
Savior of that whole thing. So it's not Elaida explicitly who like does all the stuff to Swan and Lyanna. It's Leandrin. And in the chaos of that, like the girls are sent away again to like go back to Tanchico.
Okay. That's interesting.
Yeah.
That's an interesting way to do it. I like the idea. Elaida is one of my favorite characters. Like, not one of my favorite people. People always get upset, but she's one of my favorite characters. I find her so interesting. So I kind of want her to do bad stuff.
Oh yeah, I mean, I think there's like a long layway for her to be able to do stuff.
Yeah,
Beyond this initial inception of her, but it would be cool if she kind of if they did Cad Swain Elaida, if those two were a combo, and not going too far forward in time. But if they were a combo, I could see her coming in and like saving the tower from its chaos.
I'm trying
to. That's one of the reasons I like her. Like, some of the reasons I like her is she's doing everything for a good reason, even though she's wrong about everything. It's like her motivations are literally to save the world. Like that's literally her motivation. So
but the tower being rocked by knowing that there was a dark friend sitting on the Emerald seat and like being brought to its knees and having to be like rebuilt up like in the midst of all, I mean, things could happen.
That's interesting.
What's the name? Elaide Swain? Is that the
Mm.
Cat Elaida? Elaide Swain.
There's no combo I like.
Quite light now. Yeah, that Eilonwy, how do you see Elaida Camelin playing into the trailer, not just the show?
I just kind
Sorry.
of put Elaida. Like we just need like I didn't have anything that specific, but like just like a nice foreboding, firm expression. But since we've been talking, I love the idea of the voiceover too. Like that could be
I mean,
really
she's
good.
got such a
Like
good
she has a good
voice.
fan base, so that could
Yeah.
pull more people in. It's just a matter of how much you want to show, like what exactly she's doing and how much you want to give that away. But um yeah.
Yeah, that would be cool if something like she is talking to Swan and like
Mm.
it's like saying something like, "Mother, you've got it wrong. Leandrin's Black Aja." Like something to the effect that you're like, "Oh, this person like is saying the right stuff," and then as you actually watch the show, you're like, "Oh, I don't think I want this. I'm not on this person's side." Even
Yeah.
though
And she
I-
says, "Pow," at some point, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
I just had
that-
like a visual in my brain of Elaida Shore sitting on the throne with her fingers doing that like tappy thing on the
Mhm.
on the arms, like just as a
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. But not in the trailer.
Not in the trailer. I think
Not in the trailer.
showing her be someone important and actually speaking. I think her voice.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
have to.
You
use
have
her
to
voice.
use her. Come on,
For
come
sure.
on.
You do.
Come
Yeah,
on.
you do.
Use
If
the
you're putting
resources
her-
you have. Use
if
the
you're putting her
resources
in
you
it.
have.
Yeah.
Yes.
I
Yeah.
think it's really important. All right, let me look at my list here of things that I had. I guess the question that we haven't necessarily we've talked around it, we've talked about it. Let me end this. Well, will we see Matt go through the twisted redstone door frame? Yes. People, I love the hope. The hope of fandom, about 73% here, like yes, and it's just like, yeah. I mean, I hope we see it, but I don't know.
I want it to be the same 26% of people who said no to every poll. It's like the exact same number.
It's like the same people who are like, no, you guys, no, we won't see it. What new
You are all
characters
terrible.
do you want to see for the first time? Because we haven't had any cast announcements, right? And hopefully we get cast announcements and then we get the trailer. So maybe we'll know of people before we get the first kind of footage. But it might be we don't, and we see for the first time. Because we saw Lanfear or Celine in the trailer, but we didn't have an announcement for her. I'm trying to think who else we saw that we didn't know who they were.
Avienda.
Yeah.
But she
Avienda
was announced.
cast. Yeah, she was announced. But like, in general, what new character do you want to see in character? In their, in the flesh.
Well, Gaul as
Okay.
yeah, Gaul would
You
be
want to
nice.
see
Gaul would be
Gaul?
nice.
Okay, Gaul. Who else?
Yeah.
Asmodean.
Yes.
Ooh, okay. All right.
Yeah,
There's only one
yeah.
There's
Give me
only
some
room for
Asmo.
one Forsaken on this poll. So
One?
Yeah,
Ah.
yes. Wait, who's your alternative Forsaken for the trailer?
Um,
New Forsaken.
Ravine.
You want to see Ravine? Okay.
Okay.
Because I think we're getting Camelin
Okay.
or
all right,
or
okay,
something, right?
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Let me see. People are like, Rajesh, we're not. I mean, as much as we want, we're not getting Crandall. We're not.
All
She's
of them. All of them.
I mean, Elaida. I think April. We've said we'll get Elaida, so I don't want to like put Elaida in there in this poll. I feel like someone who we think. I feel like Elaida and Aiel are two that that make a lot of sense to be in the trailer just because of how big their arcs are with respect to White Tower and the Two Rivers. So I feel like those should be there.
If she's in the books, one of my favorite characters also Egianin, or if she's in the show, Egianin.
Yeah.
I would love some Egianin.
Okay. All right. Again, let me see who else. People talking about Gaul, Asmodean,
Couladin?
Couladin.
Oh yeah, Couladin. Yeah.
Please, out there, no one vote for Couladin on this. It would be awesome if Couladin gets 0 votes.
We're gonna get Couladin.
No, we
I
won't.
so
It would be
hope
so
that
cool.
Couladin
It would
also
be
has an
so cool. I
off-screen
want to
death
see
in the
Couladin.
show.
Like,
Oh,
Couladin's like,
you're not important enough for us to look at. Like nobody even.
I think
I want the
Couladin might.
satisfaction.
No, I think
goddamn.
Couladin might be an actual spoken, he might say stuff in the trailer, to the to be
yeah.
hey, I'm the Karakarn, something like that. Who are you? I think Couladin is going to be important. I just want
course.
people to show their that they don't like Couladin in the poll.
In the vote.
I like that.
They're gonna make they've made
They're gonna
every
make us like
character
Couladin.
competent. They're gonna make Couladin competent as well and
Couladin
hot,
cool.
and we're going to be
All right,
mad
okay.
and happy at the same time.
We got Couladin.
Yeah,
we
they can
got-
do it to everybody except for Gowan. Sorry, no. Except I've seen the actor. It's
Okay.
Yeah,
Stop.
but he's.
I'm gonna
Stop
put
it.
Gowan in
Stop it.
there. So that's your fourth.
Yeah.
I put Gaul,
okay.
Asmodean / Ravin. So maybe it is new for a second. Okay, what do you think? Asmodean or Ravin? Who do you want to be in this?
And I think Asmo is much more significant to this storyline.
I just feel like
Yeah.
the
Maybe, yeah.
Jason Nattel playing a sad melody. That would be just cool, in the background
could be
while
playing the
Lutheran is
music.
whistling.
He's- He's the Halsey. He's the Halsey for this.
So we have to talk about music.
No,
'cause that was
Tom.
Yes.
Tom gets to be Halsey, please. Bring him
No,
back.
it's a duet. It's a duet. It's Tom and Jason Nattel, both of them.
They're singing the same song.
They're singing the same song. Gaul, Asmodean, Gawain, and Couladin. Those are strong.
That's a good match. That's a good match. Yes.
All right, let's see what
Yikes.
people choose. All right, music.
Yikes.
Let's talk music. Do we go back to Lorne Balfe Magic, or are we gonna go to, I don't know, Lady Gaga, or like what are we doing? How are we doing? What's the
It's
progression?
gonna be
here
Limp
from-
Bizkit. That's what
Limp
it's gonna be.
Bizkit.
You know who does really, really good atmospheric music, and I just keep seeing her in every show, is Billie Eilish. She does a lot of really
Okay.
she has a lot of music that fits really well over credits. I've just seen it in maybe 3 shows recently.
All right, Alan, do you have notes on
So
music here?
my frame, Mel had the whole glass columns. My frame is the music track. And this goes with my whole, we've got to attract people who aren't show watchers yet that will love the show.
Mhm.
And so I think the perfect track for this trailer is Natural by Imagine Dragons. And it's also
okay.
the coolest hat tip to the fandom and to What Idol.
Yeah.
And the
Oh, I love
lyrics are perfect. It's that's the price you pay. And we have the whole twice and twice shall he be marked prophecy. I went through for every lyric. I put a shot. I cut out one verse so it's not too long. And it fits really, really well. So that's my
Okay.
That would be
I know a lot of
cool.
people love the soundtrack, but I think you catch people with the song they love, pull them in, show them really unique shots, and we got them.
I
We're
think
gonna
there
get
was
to
some-
see this whole what is it called in the film world? Storyboard. This whole storyboard of yours, right?
Yeah.
We're gonna get to. You're gonna share that at some
yes.
point.
All right. I think we're
Pop it in the Discord.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think there is something to say about hearing a song that you may you may have some attachments to, and seeing hearing the trailer, and that changes how you view the trailer, right? So Billie
Yeah, of course.
Eilish, Imagine Dragons, whatever that may be, someone popular like I mean Taylor Swift, right? Like imagine all the Swifties.
I mean, I don't think
like
no offense to her music, but it doesn't fit. I could see Imagine Dragons fitting, and not every Billie Eilish. Not Rapunzel put in there. At the end of seeing Elaine, and then it starts to play Lunch. No, we're not getting that naughty. We're not getting that naughty. But it works. It definitely works. But yeah, some atmospheric music.
that would be cool to I didn't think the Halsey song worked until I saw the
Until
trailer
you saw it,
500
yeah.
times, and I was like, oh, this is perfect. It had the and again, I don't think the whole song is played, right? It's
No.
No, it's
by,
not. It's got to have
it's-
room for the voiceover. in
yeah,
there, too.
exactly. And it's ooh. Now this is where things that would be awesome if Jimi Hendrix and All Along the Watchtower starts playing that. That would be awesome. Okay, so we got music, and I feel like that's the. I'll ask people. Do you want to see hear Lorne Balfe? Oh wow, Asmodean is absolutely killing this poll, which is I'm not surprised. Asmodean is. I mean, I am surprised how much people like Asmodean, but I thought I was one of the few people that likes Asmodean as a Forsaken. But I think he's a better character than he's a Forsaken.
For sure.
Yeah, and I think that's that his redeeming quality. He is a bad chosen and Forsaken, but he's a good character.
Yeah. He would be the Celine of this season for new watchers, right? Like he's just gonna be that buddy. He's probably gonna be like Rand's buddy, and then suddenly, yeah.
All right, people are asking for this storyboard. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna play the one trailer that we haven't seen. This is season 1, the full kind of official, not the teaser trailer, but the trailer, and then we can come back and maybe finish with some. If you have some more, if you can actually go start to finish with your trailer, that would be cool. Let's watch this trailer now.
Swear your oath, Moraine Sedai.
I swear to speak no word that is not true, to make no weapon with which one person may kill another, and never to use the one power as a weapon.
Do you know what Aes Sedai means in the old tongue? Servants of all. It is they who serve the world.
I didn't choose this path, but I will follow it.
Where next?
The 2 rivers. The old blood runs deep in those mountains. Let's hope it's prepared them for what's coming. The Dark One is waking. But there will be one who can stand against him. And it's one of the 5 of you.
You've fully lost your mind.
Your life isn't going to be what you thought.
Moraine.
What are those? His army is coming.
What can we do?
We protect the people we love, no matter the cost.
Our enemies are everywhere. They will leave no one standing.
You've lost too many people already. I can't lose you.
You won't. If we do not stop the Dark One now, the whole world will burn. I can't allow it. The wheel weaves as the wheel wills.
Do you think we'll ever go back?
Home? No.
Wow. That there's something about there's like this like Moraine saying really kind of the last like something about the last battle, or the fact that like we can't lose this. There's too much at stake, you know. And then there's something about Egwene being like, we have to stick by each other, you know. Like there's these themes that run through it that are interesting. Does Rand not talk in any trailer?
No, I was just noticing that, like watching them 3 back to back. It's Rosamund's voice mainly.
Yes.
Yeah.
In all of them.
Yeah.
Like it's
most of
all
And
over.
it's like very like Perrin said a little bit, Egwene said a little bit, but
Yeah.
Rand hasn't said anything at all. And I mean,
No.
Barney saying "you fully lost your mind" is
Your mind,
it's so
yeah.
cool. It's just so cool.
Yeah.
There was something I saw. This the blood snow tease was the best part. So what is going to be the best part of the trailer? So let me go to you, Jenny, first. What do you think is going to be the thing that everyone's going to be like losing their mind over?
In the fandom, I think any reference to the glass columns is going to be what makes the fandom go ape shit. I think that's what's going to drive us wild. Yeah.
I feel like people are like, they're like, yeah, Rand said, teach me how to control it. And doesn't Rand say, I can't lose you? Yes, okay, all right.
Yeah, that's true. Okay,
yeah,
he says words.
That's okay.
He
it's
occasionally
okay.
says words.
He talks. We know he talks.
Just block them out.
It's fine. Okay. This is what I wanted. Like Ilfin. Like I want to see something that will be like, what? We're actually getting this? Like
That's
and
what,
I don't care.
that's-
Like
I mean, I
I
wanna
actually
see
don't
them.
care
Yeah.
if they spoil something like that, because okay, just when I saw Logain in the season 2 trailer, I'm like, Loghain's in this? I didn't know that. For some reason, we didn't have that much to that. If we see Loghain in the season 3 trailer, I would be like, we have Loghain again. That would be cool. Like that's the sort of thing that I think Glass Columns is not a given, but I'd be like, okay, yeah, cool, Glass Columns, you know. But what are the things that like will blow our mind in the sense that I didn't expect that kind of thing? Is there?
I think it's going to be something like that comes completely out of left field, like the torture wheel. It's going to be another like it's going to be the thing about us as a fandom is we love. I don't know if you know this about this. We love to theorize. So it's going to be a snippet of something new that we're just going to be like, what is this? And we're going to obsess about it.
All right, I'm going to go to
for
full book
weeks.
spoilers for like a second, and we'll talk about what someone put in chat there. But okay, the wheel. What is the sexy wheel Rand equivalent of the season 3 trailer? Like, let's at least try to guess it, right? Let's try to go there. You know, even though we might not be able to. Like, what can we come up with which is totally out of the box, which we didn't we really not is unexpected. Age of Legends, I like that, you know, but like, you know, I like you know the Joe card, like the show wing, you know.
They could show some stuff from the Panarch's palace and it just be like really weird skeletons and stuff. That would just be really weird.
Do we see like an actual
Mercedes-Benz
car, like
logo.
exactly like an actual, like an actual like a bonnet of a Mercedes-Benz car? Like, you know, it's just like it's there, like an engine, a V8 engine or whatever. You know, things from you know the first age are there.
Yeah.
Ooh, okay.
That'd be cool if it was a whole bunch of random
Matt.
stuff, like stuff that we recognize.
We
but
would
then
recognize.
We would
That would be really unique too.
Hat Matt would be cool. Ooh, Janduin and Tigraine together. That would be awesome.
I do really want, like, I don't know if this was like a dream or like a waking dream, but I do really want to like see when Amis tells that story. I want to like see it visually played out too, not just a story that Amis tells.
The one
like,
for full book spoilers, the reason I put that up there is Rocky Outcrop was like, Nakomi. Like, no, that's the sort of thing I'm talking about, Where
Yeah.
you see a random person and the Aiel are like, who's this? And it's like, I am called Nakomi. Like, just like, that's not going to be in the trailer, but if it is, that would be awesome. We predicted
That would
okay?
break us. I am called Nakomi. Some people call me Steve. It's just
Yeah,
Dinosaur
Steve,
bones.
that,
Okay, yeah.
that's the big one.
And Dr.
that's what it would be.
Peppercan
And
with Sarah Jane.
Aiel lowers their veil. I am
And it's
Steve, the
Steve.
Stone Valley Step.
And Dr. Peppercan, I like that. There's something else here I saw. Where is it? This is nice. Amis and Rourke sharing a tender moment. Yep. Jandu and Tigraine there. Mongi decides to go blonde. That's actually, that's I would be upset if I don't see that now. That would be yes. Uskai Aiel party. That's a cool one. Yeah. Fireworks. We've seen fireworks. That would just be like twisting the knife. And be like, we didn't give it to us last season, so.
I
What
don't know.
else?
I mean, I think you could have a smiling Matt taking his pants off excitedly inside of a tent. That could happen.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, but
Just
with
saying.
I don't know, with I don't know, some Aiel, what's her name?
So, I don't know. Hypothetically,
Hypothetically.
it could happen.
Yes.
That is not unexpected coming from you, Mel. That is as expected as it can get. So
I know. I have one job. really.
Julian. Oh, Julian.
I feel like
I feel like I don't know if I'm saying that right, or is that is the I before the L?
Julie?
Is that how it is? Regardless, that person with who has a sword breaker.
Yeah, and a
from
fez.
yes,
Julian
with the
Sanders?
fez.
Yeah, Julian Sander.
Julian Sander, yes. That would be cool. That's what I thought it looked like. I'm like, that sounds right, but it doesn't look right. This is cool. A wagon shot of this guy's. Ooh, what about the Shadow Rising cover art,
cover?
but in like with our characters? What if that's
Oh
what we
my
get?
God.
No.
Yes,
They
please
should do that as a poster.
give us that, please.
They should do that as a poster for every book. Every book, they should just redo the Daryl Sweet covers, but with our cast.
That would be so good.
Yes.
No, you're
now
right.
I want it. Rafe, call me. Come on. That's a
Fardery's-
Hey, they
we would
already
buy
made
it.
the
We
wagons.
would buy it. We would
It
buy
happened.
it.
Fardery's my grandma's like, let's be honest, who would ever have guessed Rand on the torture before side? I know, but we didn't try. But we're trying. We're trying. At least we'll
Are
look
we?
back at it.
I don't know.
At least we'll look back at it and be like, hey, at least we went there. We were far off, but at least we tried.
Okay, so it's something that we have not, that's not in the books, that comes out of nowhere.
Mhm.
Okay. I mean, we did already say that they were going to go on a flying joke ride
Yeah.
through a
Yes.
city in the Age of Legends. That
Yeah.
is a
Yeah.
thing we said. So give us some credit.
Yeah, that would
Yes.
be cool. I think just
There'll
showing
be a robot butler.
robot
Butler in
Rosie.
the trailer. Yes.
a named robot butler. Ooh, this would be cool. Tam squaring up a halfman. That's the sort of thing that would be so cool.
That would be awesome.
Because
Oh,
yeah,
we haven't talked about Alana at all.
Ooh, we have not talked
That's
about the
ramping up
warders.
to
We've not talked
something.
about
Yes.
no. Are we are we going
It's too
there?
soon, but
It is.
like
Yeah,
we're
yeah.
going somewhere with Alana. So
Obviously, yeah.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. Mm.
like where's she gonna be?
I think we're going Morel with Alana.
We're going Morel with Alana. Okay.
Yeah, I
Not
think so.
Alana with Alana. We're going Morel with Alana. Okay.
makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense. That would be unexpected. If we see that in the trailer, that would be
Yeah.
unexpected. That
Very
would
unexpected.
be
That would be
yeah.
crazy.
Someshta would also blow our minds, I think, if there was any sort
Yeah.
of glimpse of a
Or Grom, or like, you know.
yeah.
Did we talk
Or
about the
like
Battle of
any
the
of
Two
the Shadows
Rivers?
Fallen we haven't seen. Any of the Shadows, like anything. Yeah, Rockin', Grom.
We skimmed over the battle. Not skimmed, but we said it'll be there. It'll be a snippet of a battle. That's what it would be. Oh, Alana crying.
Yeah.
Because
Yes,
of
because
Warder.
she's probably
That'll
gonna
be
lose
it.
one of her war.
Yes.
That's not for the trailer.
That's exactly
but
it.
Yeah, it's not for the trailer.
Norm
Maxim
is
is not
like,
out
how
for this
about
world.
Rand holding Calendar high, saying I have the power? Like just Rand holding Calendar. I think that's the sort of that's what we're looking for is Rand like
Yeah.
like just I don't want to fingering Calendar like that's what they say in these books.
Yes,
that is
it's
the
true.
correct
That is-
terminology.
that is-
That people do. Lanfear pulls out his cell phone, takes a call. Okay, yeah, I think
Yeah, that would do it.
that would be the Age of Legends, like Mirren being like, "Oh, you found the true power," or like
I mean, an
Yeah.
iPhone in the Panarch's palace makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
It really, really does. Yes.
oh, and
You
to
know
be
what else
honest, in the corner, just a Amazon Prime carton, like like a box.
Yeah.
It's just in the
Just the happy face. Just the blue
Yeah.
smile.
There's like that would be that I think that should make it to the trailer, and that's how the trailer ends. It zooms in on that, and it's like the Prime
Yes.
signal. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what happens.
I would like a view of some very important rocks just for reasons.
Yes, I mean we'll see a lot of
Anatomical
rocks.
rocks.
I think we'll definitely see rocks. He-Rand.
I
love
think-
the He-Rand love in chat. Scientist Lanfear is a trailer version of Lanfear, and we're not talking Lanfear as much as that's a great idea, Rajesh. We're really not. Any Wheel of Time curse that would be cool. I think if we get a Wheel of Time curse in the thing.
trailer?
This is Kelly. Remember what? Not an iPhone, probably an unbreakable.
Yes!
It's like this is one of the seals. We made it into
Yes!
a relic of the old age.
Yes.
And it's like
And then they push the button and it goes do 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 do. It's still working. It's still the battery is still charged.
working.
It's still charged.
It's still working. That is good. Okay. We've definitely I think we tried. I feel like we if we looked back and said we didn't try, I would have been sad, but we tried, and we can come back, we can come back and look at this at some point and be like, hey, how close were we to getting the unexpected moment in the
Exactly. Yeah.
in the trailer, right? All right, okay. We're getting to the end here. Let me start our giveaway here, and I think this would be a good time, Eilonwy, to tell us
Okay.
how
It's not fully scripted. I have that one line at the beginning, and most of it's just the lyrics with like snippets, but so I don't think it'd be interesting to read the whole thing, but I'll just
Yeah.
talk about the highlights that we haven't discussed yet.
okay.
So yeah, it starts with "That's the Price You Pay," which I think is really fitting, and shows clips of like the two rivers, the Tuatha, the wolves, White Tower, kind of like the whole like clips of fighting and stuff that we talked about. And then one shot we didn't talk about was of the lyrics, "Cut until it bleeds inside a world without peace." That's obviously the Tuatha injured for the Battle of the Two Rivers.
Yes.
That's the price you pay. The second time around is Matt stepping through the red stone doorway.
Mm-hmm.
Then we get "Leave behind your heart and cast away." That's the sea folk. "Just another product of today" is the male Adam in the Tenchiko's palace, or however you say that word.
That would be yeah.
"Rather be the hunter than the prey" is Moghedian. And then you're standing on the edge, face up. And if you've seen The Labyrinth, have you seen The Labyrinth, Honest?
Of course.
The labyrinth.
Oh,
What's the
honest.
labyrinth? Wait,
Yeah,
wait,
probably
wait.
not.
With
The labyrinth. Have you
the
seen the labyrinth like with David Bowie?
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay,
But
so you
do
know
I
that
remember it?
moment where
No,
he
because
like
I was like 2
steps
years
over
old or
the edge
something.
of the wall and like it's this MC Escher looking thing.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
that happens with Matt, and that's in the Tower of Genji, however you say that word.
If I need
Cool.
to watch Labyrinth to get the trailer, that would be really cool. Like if this makes me watch Labyrinth again, because I want to watch that movie again, because I don't
Yeah.
know. Yeah.
Yeah. So he like kind of steps over like that defies gravity.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
And then a beating heart of stone, that's land fighting. Then we have all the people we've already talked about. What else? Then we have Rand going through the glass columns. Deep inside of me, I'm fading to black. Took an oath. That's all Rand. And then tel'aran'rhiod wide shot, like something like my thought for tel'aran'rhiod was like you pull back and you see like those little where it becomes a field of stars kind of thing. I forgot what they
Oh,
called that.
the
Yeah,
Gap
yeah.
of Infinity.
That. I think we should see that. Then we need to see Loyal fighting, Egwene
Oh,
channeling,
that-
Tom and
yes.
Matt fighting, a little snippet of the Finn, Nynaeve in hand-to-hand combat. They keep doing that with her. And then You Gotta Be So Cold at the end is Elaida. And then at the very, very end is Moraine and Lanfear. So that's kind of
Okay.
that's
Wait,
where I went
we're-
with mine.
You're going there. There's a
I'm going
showdown.
there.
There's a showdown.
Wow.
Okay.
Moraine is on her way out. Rand will be the main character in the next season. That's what I'm.
Yeah.
That's my directorial choices.
That would be.
I love it.
That's a lot of stuff. Now, again, time, and then there's also the, how much do you want to see, right? From an actual like book perspective, there's a lot of things you can see, and you're like, yes, that's awesome. I knew this was going to be there, and it's there, and it looks awesome. Versus the stuff that you have no idea about. It's like, what is this? And I want enough of those things to not make me think, oh, they showed us too many things, there should be enough things that we have no idea about because it's not from the books. And I think showing more of that stuff in the trailer would, again, as a book reader, would be so much cooler.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mel, what are you thinking?
I'm thinking that like rewatching the trailers that you reshared, there were so many things in those trailers that we didn't know we knew what they were until
Yeah.
Yes.
afterwards. And I
Yeah,
think they will be able to do that again because they're very good at teasing us specifically.
Yeah.
Or we thought it was one
With-
thing and it was something else. Like
Exactly.
Right,
So I
right.
think there's
Not
going to
with
be
the firework.
plenty of things where we think it's this thing, but it's absolutely something that like we have no context for, or it's just a twist on a scene that we expected, but we just didn't
Right.
see it there. So there's going to be
Yeah.
it's going to be a lot of that in it, just like always. But there's going to be some new things that we just have no idea what they are.
Yeah, I think
And the
just-
Aiel channeling, like I feel like they're gonna have a
Ooh.
totally different. I hope they have a totally different visual.
they didn't move their
approach to how
hands,
they ch-
right? Like that's
Yeah.
the one thing that they have is they just like make things happen. Although it'd be really cool. Like I think we mentioned before about the in tel'aran'rhiod, like things changing. Like like
Yeah.
maybe Egwene's
Yeah.
clothes suddenly change. Like she
Yeah.
goes from
Mhm.
wearing like Aes Sedai shawl to something an Aiel child would wear. Like that's like they just show that and
Yeah.
Amis is seeing something or Bear is seeing something.
Or
That
like
would be
even
cool,
The
you know,
background flickering, or like the
Yes.
set flickering in and out
Yes.
of place. Yeah.
Yeah, that would be. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think there's a lot of cool things. I don't know. I keep thinking about Lanfear Moraine. That's one thing I'm totally fine of having in the show this season, but like showing that in the trailer might be
Well, I
You-
said Moraine and Lanfear.
okay,
So
everyone's gonna
maybe the
think.
truth you heard isn't the truth that
Yeah,
you
yeah.
thought you heard.
Yeah.
Some tension
That
between
would be cool.
Moraine
Okay,
and
I'm good with
Lanfear.
that. I'm good with that. Where they're like, "Oh, you think this is what's happening, but it's actually not that." Yeah, that would be
Yeah.
cool. I think
Yeah.
that would work.
Yeah. Because they definitely they in season 2 very much set Moraine and Lanfear like they mirrored them a lot with each other.
Yes.
So
Mhm.
A
them
lot.
being each other's main antagonist, I could see continuing this
Yeah.
season.
Absolutely.
Um,
So do you think ultimately it's gonna be about
Oh,
which
sorry.
one is Avienda, or is it gonna be more directly Moraine Lanfear?
that's I don't know.
Is Avienda, is this happening this season or the next season?
I think a lot of us think it's happening this season.
I just
Mm.
think there's reasons to believe to get a lot of the Fires of Heaven Aiel plotline in this season at the end of the season instead of having the now there's a lot there to speed up to, and I don't think we've seen any indication from any cast or crew specifically about the Fires of Heaven other than if you want to read into Rosamund's Instagram post about I forget the exact that she put a quote in there that's I forget where it's from, but it talks about the price of like what this fight means. This fight is going to be a tough fight, and she might not make it. Yeah, it'll be interesting if that actually happens. But who is Avienda in the trailer would be crazy. Would be
That would
absolutely
be crazy. That would be.
If
Somebody
that
put
ends with
Adnan Kadir's skin suit.
if we see her, the animation,
Like
the
wafting
cartoon,
in the wind and inflating.
the cartoon. There's like flames behind her, and it ends with "Who is Avienda?" It would be crazy. There's no way.
That would be crazy.
I'm gonna ask. I mean, if chat's gonna say yes to this, I mean, there's no way chat's gonna say no to this, right? But I'm gonna. Which new character do we want to see in the Asmodean with the
Runaway,
50%? Yeah, there are people who said Couladin. Yes, of course, there are people who want to see Couladin, and they're gonna make us like Couladin, but what is the question? There's no way. I mean, that's not a question. I guess I'm just gonna ask: will we see who is Avienda? I don't know how many. Where's the H in Avienda? I'm gonna get this wrong, so I'm not even gonna ask. Who is Avienda in?
It's just
trailer.
like mine.
Yeah, I always get that wrong too. So
It's
there's only one H,
it's
right?
on your
There's not two.
screen.
I know. It's no. It's actually not. It might be on my screen. Yes or no? Is it correct? Did I get it right? Someone tell me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Good. I see a lot of people putting in their exclamation point raffles. Yes, you have a chance to win a mug. I'm trying to think. The last two shows. The last show I haven't sent it out because I've just been busy. I think April 1, maybe 2-3 weeks ago, and I sent her mug, and I just got a thing saying they sent it back. So I need to remember to figure that out. So April, get in touch with me. I'm pretty sure it's April. If someone else, get in touch with me if you haven't gotten your mug in the last month.
Jimmy's coming alive.
I know. I got my phone charged.
Oh, so okay.
Yeah.
Your face is back.
I'm glad we went long where you now have revived your face.
Yes.
We were just vamping for the last hour.
Yes.
You're like,
yes,
we need
exactly.
to see that. All right. This is if your autocomplete doesn't spell Innkeeper, what are you doing? That is true.
It's a good point.
I found out, man, my autocomplete knows how to spell naive.
I found out today it knows how to spell Semirok.
Oh,
I
Wow.
was like, good. That's good because I was really struggling.
that's a bit alarming, actually. Why are you writing your name so much?
I write love letters to all the shows.
Of course you do.
alright. I'm gonna close entries and pick a winner here. Let's see, who is our winner? Joe Lefty, you have won a Dusty Will mug. Get in touch on the socials. We're on. I don't know. Blue Sky doesn't do DMs right yet. Not yet.
It does.
Oh, it does. Oh, okay, it does. Okay. I don't know why I didn't know that. If someone has sent us a DM with Blue Sky, I don't think we've checked it, so sorry. I will check that today. Where is it?
Update your app.
Is it?
Yes.
Is it?
Blue Sky's the place to be. Come on.
We are still on Twitter, so if that's where you're at, get in touch there. But Discord's really the place where you'll get the fastest response. But congratulations. I don't know if I saw Joe in chat, but you have won a Dusty Will mug that you will probably get at the end of the month. Probably I'll wait for some sale that happens at the end of the month and send the mugs out. Probably I'll wait for that. That would be the smart thing to do, I think. And I think we have a trailer. I think we have a strong trailer where we see maybe who is Avienda at the end of it, because there's at least 40 or 30% people who do want to see it in the trailer, which is.
I thought we all agreed that the trailer was going to be Matt showcasing his various costumes while RuPaul plays in the background.
Matt Catwalk, yeah. Catwalk is definitely this Cat Swain. There you should get in touch in the Dusty Will Discord, and you should be able to figure out how to do that. So let's see here. You should be able to get in touch with him on there. Just so I haven't put these up there yet, but next week Innkeeper Hatch is back, and we're starting our what we're calling our rewatch, the Bloody Stop rewatch. So it's season 2, it's episode 1, and we're gonna watch. And the way we'll set up the rewatch is everyone's watching on their own, and we'll have a timer. But the guests will
That is
say,
not where I thought that was going.
we'll say Bloody Stop to talk about things that they want to talk about. So this may be a long show next week, and probably the week after we'll probably do episode 2, unless something unless we start getting more news and things like that, and we might pivot a little bit. But that's that's our plan, at least for the next couple of weeks. But we'll be here every Wednesday. There might be Sunday in there too. And then we'll be there the first week of December on Wednesday and Saturday. Saturday's the day the panel is, and I don't know. We'll be there as long as there's stuff. At least we'll have some Rafe Rand and Rafe Rand. I mean, why don't Rafe Yosha and Madeline interview stuff? If not other stuff that they may share, actual footage, cast announcements and such. So we'll expect a long show. At least I'm hoping that it will be. So if it's not, we'll be there for a couple hours. If it's something more, we'll be here for however long we need to be here for. That's just what we do, and we'll have a lot of fun. All right, I think that's everything. The one thing I did want to plug is there is a special edition of White Idol that's planned this year. So if you like White Idol,
yes,
and if you like the holiday season, this is coming up. The deadline for submission to What Idol holiday.
From the people who...
Let's watch this teaser first, and then I can talk about it.
From the people who brought you Wheel of Time Idol comes something new and very special this holiday season. It's the What Idol 2024 Holiday Extravaganza, featuring holiday-themed Wheel of Time content from you, the greatest fandom in the world.
Is it a competition?
No, Billy. It's a stress-free talent showcase.
Can I sing?
Sure.
Can I dance?
If you want to.
Oh boy, what else?
Oh, I'm glad you asked, Billy. You can enter all kinds of very merry holiday content for the What Idol Holiday Extravaganza, including song parodies, original music, holiday skits, original artwork, cosplay, and more.
Wow, that sounds swell, mister. Where do I sign up?
Just go to whatidol.com to read all of the rules and to enter. You have until December 1st, and there won't be any extended deadlines. Go to whatidol.com now to learn more and have a holly jolly What Idol, everyone.
There you go. The What Idol Holiday Extravaganza. So you have about 2+ weeks till the deadline. Lauren made this on in like maybe an hour, so he put a lot of Christmas related stuff there. It's any holiday that you want to do, or again, in the US around this time there's a lot of holiday season, so definitely that's the theme. You could, again, there's a lot to read within the rules on the website, but you could use Beltane as a Wheel of Time holiday and make a parody based on that, and use a song. And there's a lot of other things you could do, and just have fun. I think Lauren's planning mid-December. I think 14th of December is the tentative date that he has in mind. It's a Saturday. But yeah, that is a lot of cool stuff like that. Did I see Jenny, your hand? Were you raising your hand, or was that just?
No, not even a little bit. No.
Okay.
Sorry, I was scratching my face and my hand.
It seemed like you're like this. I'm like, oh, do you have a question?
I know. My co-hosts on TVET always make fun of me for that.
I was like, okay, maybe you just like
No.
And then What a Holiday is 2 weeks from. It's the 30th
and
the
1st.
30th to the 31st, right? So it starts at
To the 1st.
8 p.m. Oh, is it the 1st? Yes. It starts on 8 p.m. on Saturday the 30th. I know that because Dusty Wheel is actually kicking it off. And I was talking to Matt yesterday. I'm like, hey, did you sign up for What Holiday? Oh, thank you for telling me. And so we maybe came up with stuff that we'll do. So as people who may not know about What Holiday, it's something that's 4th year. Is this the 4th year this is happening? 5th year. Wow.
The 5th we give you.
Whoa.
The 5th, yes.
Damn,
5th
okay.
year. It's a, it's as the name suggests, Wheel of Time themed, basically a charity live stream event that goes on for 24 hours on Melcher Talks' YouTube channel, where an hour is kind of allotted to, or content creators choose, and basically raise for charities, money for charity. The Lightweaver Foundation is, I think, what's been used. I'm not sure if that's the only thing this year or there's other things.
No, this year it's split. It's split between the Lightweaver Foundation and Prague Shakespeare Company.
Yes, so Guy Roberts and co. that you may have seen, not only in the show but through different conventions that have happened this year. Uno. So yeah, that's again, I feel like it's not that far anymore. None of this is far, and it'll be a lot of fun. And we'll the Dusty will be kicking it off. I feel like the hosts organizers do like half an hour before, but 8 p.m. At least that's the slot I know of, and it goes until the next day. When is are you doing anything, Jenny? Do you have
Yes.
do you know?
I don't remember what time I'm on, but I'm
Watch the whole
definitely
thing.
on it.
You'll see Jenny. Watch the whole thing.
Yes.
Yes.
I typically usually have time that's very, very convenient for me, but is the middle of the night for most of you. So that's typically when I'm on. I can't remember exactly the hour though.
Yeah. I would imagine Threefold Talk is doing brunch again.
Yes, 10 a.m. Eastern.
There
We
you go.
are. Yeah.
Yes. Awesome. Eilonwy, the steading. Is there anything there?
I'll just be tuning in to watch all of your shenanigans.
Shenanigans. There will be shenanigans.
What?
Yes.
No, there will be no shenanigans on my mind. It will be completely sedate and normal. And
Yes, Threefold Brunch is taking a break from anything related to vomit.
there's no chicanery.
Wait, Jenny, are
No
you with
hullabaloo.
Tarvalin After Dark, or is that something you're doing? Just.
I'm also on Tarvalin.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
doing that,
There's
yeah.
also Tarvalin After Dark. Then there you go.
Yes. Yes.
So yeah, there'll be a lot of really cool stuff. Wow, this I like. I like this. We'll have Water Holiday. We'll have some maybe snippet guide on or panel guide on. Something guide on, and then What Idol? Yes, the holiday extravaganza. So a lot of really cool stuff that's coming up really soon, and I'm excited. I don't know if I saw Joe who won the mug, but reach out. A lot of fun.
No malarkey.
No malarkey. The only question
I just
believe it when I see it.
I'm listing the things that will not happen during Water Holiday: malarkey, shenanigans, chicanery, hullabaloo.
Please keep going.
I can't think of any other old timey words.
How many trailers are we gonna get? This is what we're ending with.
Definitely no hijinks. Oh, hijinks is banned.
Jenny, how many trailers are we gonna see for season 3? 1 or 2?
How many trailers?
3.
2. I mean, 7.
Seven.
Can I just put my wish out there?
7. Okay, Mel.
3
But probably
for 3 seasons. 3
Eilonwy?
trailers.
Ooh,
1.
One trailer. All right.
To
Anyways,
be a realist.
thank you all for being here.
2 is me being a realist. Yeah.
It'll be awesome to have something behind the scenes, some sort of footage for season 3. Hopefully soon. Hopefully in the next couple of months. Whatever that may be, we'll be there to cover it. And as we say around here, good night from the Dusty Wheel, and smash the block. Hey, welcome back to the Dusty Wheel. You went right to kill it. Look at you, you're all ready. You're just done. I mean, this is like this is one
really
of the
well.
biggest scenes.
And now I'm like, great, my turn.
And if you don't like that and you want to say, well, Robert Jordan could have made the 2 rivers all white. He could have, but he didn't. So,
Just complimented me on my dress, and as you can clearly see, I'm
sad.
not
I see Nakomi as something along the lines of a Shadow Haran analog.
It does make sense why it outlasts.
Ooh, we need Shatter Haran, right? Like, we didn't talk about Shatter Haran in the trailer. That would be awesome. All right, smash the black. Hey, welcome back to the Dusty Wheel. You went right to kill it. Look at you, you're all ready. You're just done. I mean, this is like this is one
really
of the
well.
biggest scenes.
And now I'm like, great, my turn.
And if you don't like that and you want to say, well, Robert Jordan could have made the 2 rivers all white. He could have, but he didn't. So,
Just complimented me on my dress, and as you can clearly see, I'm
sad.
not
I see Nakomi as something along the lines of a Shadow Haran analog.
It does make sense why it outlasted the breaking.
Yeah.
See, this is why I have Therese in the show, because she's going to correct everything that
Hey everybody, welcome to the Dusty Wheel Show. What? Meme Off Challenge. Yay!
Pair of like baby face mounted on like a huge body. So like
This
all
is
of a
not
sudden,
just
it's like,
a
wow.
traditional fantasy, right? There are sci-fi
And
elements.
just a moment
for those that are
ago,
kind of interested.
Rafe tweeted something. So let me get my guest in here with me. And
probably, I would say, put in 70, 80% of the work. I got to be over the shoulder and be like, no,